Nidiffer is saying, what do you think about the Nation of Islam?
It's ridiculous. Anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
ridiculous, anti-Semitic, shouldn't be a thing.
You're racist, supremacist.
Right.
I mean, the Nation of Islam, like the thing is that we're talking about Louis Farrakhan is the leader of it. I mean, if you're talking about that, there are a lot of people who align with the Nation of Islam who I think are perfectly okay people. I don't think there's any issues, but come on, overall, the Nation of Islam, what it stands for, is really no different than any other sort of supremacist and racist, bigoted organization.
Okay, Music Guy is saying I was supposed to say Susannah. Okay, Susannah has an influence on my attitudes and my tour things, but philosophy. I think I have had more of an influence on Susannah. Susannah's influence on me has been the way emotionally I treat things and being calmer, being more passionate in different things. That's how Susannah has influenced me when it comes to yeah, so
right.
Cool.
Okay,
yeah.
Next question. So Bulbul, hey Ali, I loved your takedown of Kangana Ranaut. Just had to say it again. Yeah, so I can't. I think this happened a couple of times. She tends to be very in tune with the kind of things that we're saying. No, first of all, I gotta say, Kangana Ranaut, I came across her with the movie Queen, which I think is one of the best Indian movies I've ever seen, ever. Absolutely loved it. Amit Trivedi's soundtrack was phenomenal. I still sing the songs all the time, and I just think she's a very, very talented actress. It's aside from that, in real life, I think she's great when she's acting and playing characters. When she goes back into her normal role, she's a nut job. That's all. But yeah, thank you.
By the way,
I think I'm not the only one. So,
yeah. Okay.
So D Boudreau is saying, what are your thoughts on the Myanmar protests? Will they get anywhere, or after military abuses, will they just die out? Armin, what do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been.
I mean,
yeah,
I've been following. I have been following it, but I still don't have an answer.
Yeah, no, I've been following it, but not very, very closely. And I don't know. It's just the way things have gone there before. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, let's move on.
Bobo is saying, why do you guys cap your episodes at 1 hour now? I really enjoyed your longer episode. Well, because most people are not like you, Bobo. Most people consume their episodes when they're 1 hour only.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Okay, hold on. There we go.
Okay, so Joshua is saying, maybe this has been asked before, but what do you think about Majid Nawaz's recent concerning views? Oh my God. Where do we start? Arguing against lockdowns and promoting U.S. election conspiracy theories.
All right, me and Susannah have been covering this for a long time. So I'll let you answer that while I go to washroom. Be right back.
Oh, okay. So, oh my God. Okay, put me on the spot. So, Majid is a friend. I like him, all of that obligatory stuff. Completely disagree with him on this. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know if he's sort of doing, when you're a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian, and the devil's advocacy things, you have to be a devil's advocate for everything, and you take it to fetishistic levels. So I feel like that's happening with a lot of people. I think that that's kind of happening with Majid Nawaz too. I think that he cares very deeply about the Uyghur genocide, and as he should, and as all of us should. He went on the hunger strike to protest it, and I think that triggered his antipathy towards all of the stuff with Hunter Biden and their relationship with China, and I feel like he's kind of looking at everything through that lens, and that kind of bleeds into every issue. So this is one problem. I think the issue is that when you take one issue like the Uyghur genocide and you start looking at everything through that lens, whether it's coronavirus policy, lockdown policy, whether it's the Hunter Biden thing, or whether the U.S. elections were stolen or not, all these things, it becomes a problem. It kind of taints everything. That's my view on it.
Okay.
Then he's saying, continuing from the previous comments, since you've talked to Majid, do you think he genuinely believes these things, or is he pandering to his right-wing followers? Majid is a sincere guy, as far as I know. Like I think that he, if he says something, that he does believe it. There is, of course, whenever you're running an organization, like if you have, like the Quilliam thing, where there's certain, and this is the same thing that applies to Ayaan Hirsi Ali. It's you do have donors, you have certain people and certain things that you have to stick to, but and I'm assuming that they all do that to some extent. Unfortunately, in my experience, I've seen that most people with these sort of nonprofit organizations tend to do that. But Majid has always kind of struck me as a sincere kind of guy. Like he believes in his, at least in the way
he believes the nonsense that he's spewing.
Yeah, he believes that his approach. He believes in his approach, and that sincerely is the right approach. I don't know if he believes the actual contents of the approach all the time. So
yeah. He's genuinely a moron. He's not lying.
I'm not going to call him that.
Right.
I'm not going to call him that.
All right.
Yeah. Mota alu. I love this. Mota alu means fat potato. It's great. Oh, sorry. I mean horizontally challenged potato, not fat. I didn't mean to say fat. Anyway, he's saying, do you guys like superhero movies? Who's your favorite superhero? Oh, good question, Armin.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with video games. I like the scenery. I watch superhero movies mostly not because of the action, but because of the background scenery, right? And for that reason, I love Thor, and I hate it every time he leaves Valhalla. Like, I want them to I wish he just stayed in Valhalla. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Actually, never mind. I do like Doctor Strange a little bit too. But yeah, I usually like it. Whenever in the superhero movies they come and they walk in the streets on Earth and stuff like that, I like why this, like, whenever they go into another realm or to another dimension or to the planet or something like that, I always really enjoy the scenery. Like, so whatever excuses they could find, like. I know people like they like these superheroes, so that's why they're funding these movies. So I want them to continue funding these movies because that's the only way I get to appreciate background sceneries like that, right? So I watch them for the scenery mostly. But go on.
So I haven't actually watched any of them, so I wanted to know, and I'm thinking like maybe I should. I think there's an order of all the movies and the chronological order that has. So Armin, you tell me that when we're offline, I'll actually start watching them because I'm curious. The other thing is the ones that I did watch. I watched Deadpool 1 and 2, and I love them. Right, so I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's really. You're right. That's really up your. That's your kind of humor. Yeah.
That's my thing. So I love Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Like both of those. I mean, they're just awesome. Ryan Reynolds was just killer in both of them. Motalu saying, Secular Jihadists, I read your book. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Super appreciated. Both, I don't know which book you're talking about, but both, like I consider both of them. We'll take it.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.